is a Luros chocolate entremet. My apple pie.
Kirsten's trio of fruits.
The queen of chocolates, Kirsten Tibballs herself.
Kirsten is incredible. She is one of Australia's best pastry chefs. She's one of Australia's best chocolatiers, and her desserts are highly technical. So as much as I'm happy this is a dessert, I think it's going to be a pretty hard dessert today.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
Mojito.
I'm looking at a Kirsten Tibballs dessert and it looks absolutely beautiful. Kind of looks like a cocktail. It looks like a watermelon mojito. How do you get the stripes on the watermelon though?
How good does that thing look, huh? Okay, each of you come forward. You get one each to have a look at and have a taste. Khan, let's do it.
Thank you.
Oh, it's got watermelon cubes.
Wow. I want a cocktail.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's gonna be tough.
Okay, Kirsten, cut it open. Let's have a look inside that bad boy. Straight down the guts, cut it in half.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Of course, it being a Kirsten Tibballs dessert, there's going to be all those little elements in there, and it just looks so beautiful.
So what we have here, if we start from the exterior, we actually have a white chocolate sphere that's coated with freeze-dried raspberry. That's then dipped in 2 tones of green chocolate. Then inside, if we start from the bottom, we have here a whipped white chocolate chantilly. We have some watermelon and vodka jelly. We have a mint and lime madeleine. Then we have a layer of marinated watermelon. Then we have another layer of the whipped white chocolate chantilly. And then on top, we've got a combination of both the watermelon jelly and the marinated watermelon. And we've finished it with a chocolate straw.
Oh, I just wish I had a camera right now, Khan. It's just perfect, your face.
All right, should we tuck in?
Yes, please.
There's just so many layers to it. It's fresh and bright from the watermelon. It's got this like soft gooiness from the jelly and from the cream. It is so impressive.
Before we get going, Kirsten, talk us through the pressure points. Am I imagining that that sphere is right up there and the hardest thing to do?
There's probably 2 that are equal. I would say the chocolate sphere with the 2 coatings of chocolate, but equally the chocolate straw.
Oh, the straw, the unassuming chocolate straw. And run us through how you construct that sphere, pretty briefly, but give the guys a bit of an idea on what they're about to face.
So an important step, and probably the single most important thing you need to do today, is temper your chocolate correctly. If your chocolate is not tempered correctly, your initial sphere is not going to come out of the mould, and you're going to use a tank of chocolate for all the chocolate work. So if you can temper that correctly at the start, things will be a lot easier for you.
Brendan.
Hey guys.
How are you going to attack this thing?
I'm just gonna keep going, wait until I get to the chocolate part and try not to stress out.
What scares you the most?
It's definitely the temper of the chocolate. I think like that's gonna be my pressure point.
Oh, it's like 10 kilos of white chocolate. Save some of that chocolate for home, Millsy.
3 hours is not a lot of time to do this comfortably. I think that I'm going to have to really motor at the start of this cook and just get as much done as possible so I can focus on all of that chocolate work. The first thing I get started on is that white chocolate chantilly cream. It needs a good couple of hours to chill down in the fridge before you can whip it up. Into my saucepan, I add cream, the glucose, and some vanilla bean paste. Once it's simmering, I pour it over some white chocolate and really emulsify that and get it into the fridge to chill down.
We want Millsy.
Go Mills.
I've got my white chocolate chantilly setting and I'm just working on the watermelon jelly. I'm feeling good about this pressure test. I feel like it's a really fun one to be a part of because no one's going home. But also I really, really want that immunity. So I'm taking it very seriously today.
I have never won an immunity in season 6 or season 12, and immunity is more important than ever now. I mean, we're really getting to the pointy end of the competition. We're at the top 12. So I really want to pull out the perfect dish today. I've been speeding through these first 3 elements so I have enough time to perfectly temper my chocolate.
Do you need any more chocolate, Amelia, or you good?
We're tempering the chocolate using the microwave method, and I'm going to do that in 2 batches.
Well done, Mills.
Nice, Millsy. Nice. Got enough there?
It's just the beginning.
Once my chocolate is half melted and half still solid, I stir and stir and stir and stir.
My arms, my beautiful arms.
Until the entire thing is melted together. I want to bring it back up to about 31 degrees using a different process. I've got a heat gun, I'm just gently warming it through, really emulsifying that chocolate. Once I'm happy with it, it goes into the chocolate tank.
Arms of steel, Amelia.
You're not even breaking a sweat.
Oh my God, you should feel my back.
Tempering that white chocolate perfectly is definitely the most crucial part.
Definitely that chocolate. I mean, that's, you know, almost the entire dessert, really nailing that.
We're using it to make the watermelon, and then finally that chocolate straw. If you mess up this step, essentially you don't have a dish to serve.
Hey, that's tempered. Yes!
Nice. Good job.
You're making us work for it today, aren't you?
My second batch of chocolate is looking beautiful and glossy, and as I'm stirring it, it's getting more and more thick, which means it is on its right track to being tempered.
I'm feeling really good about my tempered chocolate. There was a little bit that fell on the bench and it set almost instantly, so it's really good. I'm just going to let it warm up gently so that it can be a bit more workable and move on to my Madeleine.
A Madeleine is a classic French sponge cake that is light and delicious. In Kirsten's Mojito, the Madeleine is the layer between the marinated watermelon and the watermelon and vodka jelly. To get started on those, I'm whipping up egg yolks and sugar. And then in the other stand mixer, I've got the egg whites, the cream of tartar, and some more sugar. Once they've both come to beautiful, stiff, glossy peaks, I'm going to mix the 2 together, adding in some mint and lime zest to flavour.
Add mint to the sifted, add dry ingredients.
Once my mixture's finished, I get it into a square mould and get it into the oven for about 15 minutes.
Put a timer on for your Madeleines?
Yeah.
Of course you did. What's next, Mills?
Chocky.
I'm really happy with how I've tempered my chocolate for the watermelon shell, so that's what I'm moving on to next. To make the watermelon shell, I have some half-sphere moulds. I fill the moulds up with the tempered chocolate.
Go, Millsy. Smashing it, girl.
And then get it back over the tank and empty out as much of that chocolate as I can. Kirsten's shell was beautiful and thin, and that's the real pressure point with this part of the dessert. If that shell's too thick, it's just going to be impossible to eat.
Hey, Amelia, you look as if you're bang on time.
Am I?
Yeah, I think you're going well.
How do they look?
They
Thick,
look good.
thin, good?
No, they look good. Good job.
I've got the shells for my watermelon cases setting in the fridge, and now I've got to move on to my striped chocolate straws. This is the part of the pressure test that I really think is going to be the hardest. For my chocolate straws, I colour a little bit of the white chocolate with some yellow food colouring. I I let that set for a little bit and then I comb away some of the chocolate and that leaves me with the perfect yellow stripes.
Nice, Millsy. Good girl, Mills.
So far, so good. I've got those beautiful yellow stripes and I'm on the right track. On top of the yellow stripes, I add some of the white chocolate and I'm just spreading that around and I want to try and get it as thin as possible so that you can see some of those yellow stripes come through.
I'm feeling nervous.
Time to make a straw.
Don't clap yet, guys. That's not a straw. Oh, God.
Nice, Mills. Nice.
They're supposed to be that big. They're like jumbo straws that you get at kids' parties.
I'm doing bubble tea.
Got it.
I have made a few straws, but I'm not 100% happy with them. I don't want to give a bubble tea straw. I want to give a nice little thin straw. So I'm going to try again.
Oh, Millsy. Ooh, that was a goodie.
I have never attempted a Kirsten Tibballs recipe before. It intimidates me. So it's incredible to see it here live in action. These guys are doing an amazing job.
Well, you've made me so proud, I feel like crying. That is excellent. They're so hard to do and you've absolutely nailed it. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Good job, Millsy.
Well done, Amelia.
45 minutes left on the clock and I'm feeling really on top of it. All I really have to do is dip my watermelons now. With these spheres, I melt the edges and I join them together.
That looks so good, Millsy.
Once they've joined together, I cut a little hole in the top, which is where the straw will go. Next, I take the water balloon and I pop it into the sphere and blow it up.
What's the point of putting that in there?
So you can hold it to dip it.
Oh.
Oh my God, I can't tie up a balloon.
You wouldn't ever think that the hardest part of this pressure test was to tie up a balloon.
Just do it like Nonna would, Millsy.
I don't use balloons, Loz.
Yeah,
How would I normally do it?
This little balloon is so fiddly and I don't know, I just cannot tie up this balloon.
Now, Amelia, you're shaking your head. Is that at yourself?
At myself, it sure is. And at you a little bit too.
At me.
The balloon will be the death of me.
You're doing well, Mills.
Today I'm really striving for perfection with this dessert. The person who creates the dish that most resembles Kirsten's is going to win immunity. So I crack on with colouring up 2 separate bowls of chocolate for my watermelon dip. I'm making a beautiful light green colour that is going to be the stripe of the watermelon, and I'm making a really dark green base colour for the watermelon as well.
Perfect, Mills.
That's a lot of chalky.
So, Amelia, how far off you... Oh, you've got your asterisks on. How far are you off dipping?
I'm going to dip.
You're going to dip. All right.
Moment of truth, I'm going to dip my spheres into that green chocolate.
You can do it, Mills. Come on. Go, Mills.
Come on, Millsy.
And I pull it back out of the chocolate and it just looks beautiful.
Nice, Mills.
Oh, Millsy! Oh my God!
This looks so much like Kirsten's. It looks just like a little baby watermelon. Just could not be happier.
I've made 2 perfect watermelon shells. I'm feeling pretty good. They're looking really nice. My first watermelon shell is looking so beautiful. I've got the water balloon in it and I dip it into my chocolate.
Holding the balloon as close to chocolate as possible, submerge the balloon to the center.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I just snapped it. And it collapses under the pressure. Damn it. my God, broke one. Where's Khan?
He's down there.
Did he dip?
He dipped and it broke in his hand.
I need to do these again. I have my last melon shell in the fridge, so I'm trying to tie the water balloon in it, and my fat fingers put a hole through it. Oh my God.
What's wrong?
I keep breaking it. It's my last one as well. Everything is going wrong. I'm struggling with everything. This is so bad. It's not gonna get done.
No. Listen, you will get it done. We need to see a dish, though. You just need to steam through this.
Yep.
You'll get it done, mate, all right? You will get it done. I know you will. You're the last-minute master.
Yes, Khan. Come on, Khan, let's go.
I'm under so much pressure right now, but I have to keep going. I'm not gonna give up. I need to make sure that I get something up to the judges. My only watermelon shell has a huge hole in it, so I decide to use some tempered white chocolate to patch it up.
Nice work, Khan.
And then I try to dip it into my green chocolate coating again.
That's it, you're back on track. But you'll need to work really quickly now.
Woo! Come on, Khan. Go, Khan. Come on.
I don't want to alarm you,
Oh my God, got it.
and I don't want to pickle your melon any more than it already is, but you only have 15 minutes to go, and we need to see a finished dish, guys. Don't give up. Keep going. 15 minutes to go.
Come on, guys. Come on, Khan. Come on, Simon.
Sorry, Kirst. I'm so sorry that I'm not doing like you would. Oh my God.
Fridge. Straws at room temperature. Today we've got 3 minutes at the end of the cook to plate up. So I'm going to get all of the elements together that goes inside my watermelon shell. Starting with my marinated watermelon cubes. Next, I cut that watermelon, mint and vodka jelly into 1 by 1 centimetre cubes. I cut out some perfect little rounds of my Madeleine. Now I'm going to finish off my white chocolate chantilly cream. I pop it into my stand mixer and I'm whipping it up until it's beautiful and aerated. And then I get it into a piping bag and into the fridge for later.
Keep at it, Simon.
Quick.
Not long to go, and all I need to do is cut the top off my watermelon, and I'm basically done. I go to take the watermelon off the baking paper, and it's stuck. And then, crack, it breaks. This is the worst possible outcome. I got no choice but to use my second not-so-good sphere. It doesn't look anywhere near as good as my first one, but it's just gonna have to do right now.
Come on, guys, remember what's at stake. One of you is gonna get immunity. If that's not worth fighting for, I don't know what is. 5 minutes to go!
How you doing?
Everything is cut and where it needs to be. The shell is setting.
Yes.
It doesn't have stripes on it, but it's there. And I'm currently semi-whipping the cream. This is hard.
This is really hard. Oh, God. I just want to give you a hug and I can't even do that.
Nice work, Meals.
Good job, Brendan.
Finishing touches now. 1 minute to go.
1 minute, guys. Let's go.
Come on, guys. 1 minute.
There's 1 minute to go. I'm really unhappy with how my spheres look. It looks like a dark green ball. So I'm gonna paint on some of the lighter green white chocolate lines.
Go, 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 go.
Oh, my God, Khan.
Do it, Khan.
Quick, Khan, quick.
Oi, oi! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back.
have never won an immunity in season 6 or season 12, and it is a massive advantage to win today and be guaranteed to go through to top 11. Just one step away from top 10.
Amelia, are you pretty happy with how that melon looks?
I am pretty happy.
Kirsten, what do you reckon?
I think you've done an excellent job. It looks really, really good.
Well, nothing left to do but taste, so thank you.
Thanks. Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Amelia.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
I can't fault any of it. She should be congratulated. That chocolate shell, super thin. Gently break through it with a spoon.
Almost every element there, to me, represented yours very faithfully. The lime in the Madeleine, you know, the thinness and that perfectly tempered chocolate, the general presentation and the assembly of everything. I mean, she's great. She's fantastic.
I'm very, very impressed with that. The creme chantilly, the texture is luxurious and velvety, much like yours when we tasted it. The watermelon and the jelly, both perfectly done. The marinade's fantastic. The jelly's the right amount of bite in it. But I've got to say and give her just the highest kudos for that chocolate work.
Yeah, you guys hit the nail on the head, and I just got 3 words. Hard to beat.
Yeah.
Very hard to beat.
Absolutely. Exotic mousse cake.
This is no joke.
And my Style Rebellion lollipops.
Oh my god.
And also my Ruby Financier.
Oh my god.
That was evil.
Wow, you really pushed the boat out. And so they just get to pick one, right? They can make whatever they want. Oh.
You're making all 3.
All 3.
All 3.
3 there. Oh my god.
I'm getting hate glares from the entry. They're like, how could you? So in here we have what's called cocoa mass. Gives us a beautiful dark colour. So you're actually going to pour this on the top of the screen, and then you need to work really quickly to squeegee it down. And then this is going to flow as soon as you start pouring it. Okay, ready, so pour it on. Then press really firmly. Don't stop. Anytime you stop, you're going to get imperfections in your strip. Pick that up.
Get out.
How good did that look?
Oh man.
I'm guessing if you don't do one clear swipe, it starts getting a bit smudgy. Swipe
You got
down,
one
that's
go at it. But if you do everything that I said, it comes out so easily.
This looks very finicky, and the fact that we only have one shot at this, it's going to be difficult.
Once you've done your print, so you're going to cut a strip 45 millimeters high. This goes in, really important, upside down, because we're assembling the cake upside down. And then of course you can see we've got the print there on the base. The screen printing is the most important element of this, but of course it has to taste beautiful as well. So what we actually have in here is a ruby chocolate and raspberry financier. We then have a ruby and peanut butter cream, and that's interlayered with a chocolate mousse. Now we're going to move on to the marbling technique where you dip the Star Rebellion lollipops. With this, you need to temper 4 chocolates at the same time.
Stop it.
You're going to put the larger amount of chocolate here in the bowl. That's your white chocolate. Then we've got some ruby chocolate, some black coloured chocolate, and we've got some hot pink chocolate. Just pipe a grid pattern on the surface. Put ruby chocolate next. You need to do this very quickly. Here's your lollipop. This has got filling in it. You're going to dip it in. Then we twist it as we pull it out. Then we're going to stick it under here. So it has a point at the top.
Dip and twirl, I love it. It's like a new dance move. It's just, looks so good. Like she just puts it in, twirls, pulls it out, and then there's this cool little pattern that's just so perfect. It looks easy, but I know it's not gonna be easy.
So that was my Star Rebellion lollipops. Now we've got the lattice tube for my ruby financier. So you're going to start with a piece of acetate. We've got the ruby chocolate. It's a balance between having it fine enough that you can break through it with a fork, but also thick enough that it's not going to break when you go to unroll it. Fun! As soon as this is set, you're ready to roll. So roll it around this PVC pipe and slide it straight off. Quite
amazing. Give it up for Kirsten, everybody.
Seeing Kirsten in action is amazing. She makes everything look so effortless. We're watching a world-renowned chocolatier here. I'm trying to take in as much as possible because I know we'll have to replicate these in the cook.
How's your butter going, Therese?
Yeah, it's nice and brown. I think it looks good.
The first thing I get onto is my financier cake batter.
Oh, this is so messy.
Only a third of it, right, Therese?
Yeah.
I take 1/3 of the batter and pipe it into the eclair mould to bake it.
All right, Dan.
Hi, guys.
Are you feeling the pressure? Yeah. You are a little bit behind. Oh.
Oh. Yeah, Dan, lift.
Hey!
Great, Dan, great, Dan. Come on, Dan.
I'm just about to finish the PB&J cream. I'm super stoked with it. It looks just like Kirsten's. So I'm gonna put it in a piping bag and get it in the fridge. Okay. Now I've got to cut out the pattern for the exotic mousse cake. I've got my acetate with the stencil on it, and I'm cut that to the exact 45 mil. We're working in mils here. Wrap that around the inside with the stencils facing in so that they can transfer across to my cake.
Oh my God.
The Stanley knife, the ruler, mate, I'm in heaven. I'm loving this. It's all millimetered perfect.
Beautiful.
So I've got all the elements of the exotic mousse cake ready. Now I've got to just get it assembled.
That's it, Brent. Good job, mate.
When it sets, the mousse will form the walls and the top of the cake. The mousse also acts as the mortar for the layers of financier and the PB&J cream.
Yeah, Brent.
I'm just about to put in my second cake dish.
Put this down, it should be pretty much level with the top.
If you've done all your layers perfectly, that should be the last step.
Oh, mate, love.
I am stoked. I just got to fill it inside with the mousse, and it's going straight into the blast chiller.
Good job, good job, good job.
Get it in there, Brent.
I now have the insides of my lollipops filled with the financier and the PB&J cream as well.
Therese, you're smashing it, mate.
Thank you. Messy, but okay. So I now have to start on the chocolate work for the outside.
Now we're all coming up to the tempering, so I'm going to just remind you of 3 tips: time, temperature, and movement. So come on, let's make Willy Wonka proud. We only have 45 minutes to go. 45 minutes!
Keep working hard, Johnny! Let's go, guys!
Deep glass bowl. It gone. To make the swirls of different colours, I need to actually temper 4 different chocolates. I actually feel very nervous about this moment because tempering chocolate is already hard enough with just 1 chocolate. Doing 4 at the same time is going to be so hard. Once I've transferred my white chocolate into the glass bowl, I then separate the red, the black and the ruby chocolate into their piping bags. And then I get on to piping my coloured chocolates on my white chocolate, and it's not coming out.
Warm it up with your hand, warm it up with your hand.
This is so hard.
Just warm it up, warm it up.
My coloured chocolates are actually setting inside the piping bag.
Nah.
I'm feeling really stressed and flustered.
It's too cold.
The time is melting away, and now I need to re-temper the coloured chocolates. I'm really feeling pressure.
Good work, Brent. Smash it, mate. Smash it. Bring it home.
My chocolate is ready to get these lollipops in and swirl them. I've got to make like a crisscross pattern. You want all the lines just perfect. So I'm just slowly piping each colour, precise.
Hey, Brent.
Yep.
It needs to be as runny as the other ones.
Hot hands on the chocolate. Hot hands on the chocolate.
No pressure.
Yeah, no, I just noticed that.
You can do it.
Yes, Brent! Yeah, Brent! Come on! Let's go, big boy!
Time is ticking. You've only got 19 minutes to go.
Come on, Dan. Don't give up, brother.
Yes, Brent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Brent. Lollipops. Yeah, you got it.
Just one dip. Oh, that's like the Milky Way, brother.
Oh. So good, Brent. Mate, keep going, mate.
This is a friggin' mess. I just gotta dip my lollipops into that tempered chocolate, swirl it, and just make it look as beautiful as I can.
Yes!
Yes! The gantry start cheering, I start cheering. It is actually looking really beautiful.
You're the best one so far, mate.
Maybe this is enough to save me.
They're the best ones, Dan.
Let's go, Dan! Let's go, Dan! Oh my God, they look the best. I know they do. Dan, they're the best ones.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, what's happening?
The ball keeps falling off the stick.
Oh no.
Dan, you only need 4.
Just breathe.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Come on, Dan.
Oh. I think I have to change my strategy here. So I turn my lollipop stand upside down.
Oh, good job, Dan.
Nice one, Dan.
And I'm resting the rest of these lollipops the right way up.
Nice, Dan.
That's it, Dan. Well done, buddy.
Dan.
Wow. They're actually looking pretty nice.
Good job, Dan. Good job, mate.
It's a nightmare.
Dan, don't worry about it.
Now just get a 4th one on a stick if you can.
I'm not gonna get that beautiful point on the top of the lollipop, but I just can't be perfect here. This has got to do.
Mate, they look rough.
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it.
Come on, Dan. 10 minutes to go.
10 minutes, come on!
Come on!
Come on, guys!
Come on, guys! Push!
Keep it going!
Let's go!
How's it looking, Jeff?
Yeah, it looks good. I am almost done. It's time to get onto that lattice cylinder that sits on top of that ruby financier. Kirsten's lattice cylinder looked so delicate. This is like the cherry on top for this dessert. It has to be perfect. I cut a little snip into the piping bag. Can't be too thick, can't be too thin. Otherwise, it's going to affect the consistency of that lattice. I'm piping in a circular motion to get that perfect pattern.
Remember what it looks like.
Like that.
That's money, mate. That's money.
As soon as my chocolate sets, I get a PVC pipe and I kind of wrap that around that.
Oh, yes.
It's a real big pressure point. I'm trying to be as delicate as I can.
Really good.
Get that perfect cylinder and tape that up so it sets.
Good work, Justin.
And it's time to finish off that exotic mousse cake with that beautiful, shiny mirror glaze. I rip off the acetate and the stencil is transferred perfectly. The print is clear as day.
Let's go, Brent.
The final touch of this exotic mousse cake is the mirror glaze. This glaze, it looks like something I'd paint a car with, but what it does is it just sets it from being a good cake to an absolutely stunning cake.
Let's go, Brent, let's go.
Make it glazy.
Yes. Yeah, boys.
That's beautiful, mate.
It is so mesmerising, just swirling it and it just falls down the edges. It's the most prettiest thing these hands have ever touched. Ooh.
Oh, mate, it looks amazing.
It's the prettiest food these hands have ever touched.
Woo. It looks really good.
Yeah. This is the craziest thing I've ever cooked. It is definitely, by far. Going back there, even 3 weeks, I would just laugh if I seen a photo of this that I cooked it.
The print is nice and clear, it's full all the way around.
It was very well executed.
I just can't believe it's coming from Brent. I just didn't think, especially those lollipops, they'd look that good.
What do you think?
Nice definition of layers. That right there was a little bit of chocolate magic. The lollipop, all the elements were there, really, really good. The financier, unfortunately, the lattice tube broke when it was unmolded, but that's perfectly tempered.
Yeah.
And it's thin, it's fine, it's beautiful to eat. Then we move on to the exotic. What can I say? That, the pattern, the consistency of the layers put together, and then to finish it all up with that perfect glaze, I'm blown away.
As you can see, I quite like that. That was not a million miles away from yours. The financier, okay, the chips didn't make it, but it was tempered beautifully. There was a lovely snap to that. It was fantastic. Gotta hand it to Brent. He has knocked this one out of the park.
If I would have paired, those dishes with anyone in the competition, I don't know, I would have picked Brent, but maybe now I will.
The Boilermaker for the win.
Wow.
At this point, I'm thinking I'm glad I played the pin. I'm glad that I got out of the situation. Desserts is my weak point.
This is a Luros chocolate entremet.
It looks incredible. To me, it looks like one of those big, nice handmade chocolates that you find in a fancy chocolate store.
Big reveal.
Oh my God. There is heaps going on.
What are those balls?
1, 2,
It's like got
3,
vanilla something, and it's like
4.
a vanilla.
On the base here, we have a chocolate pain de gêne, and that's topped with a crispy chocolate layer with roasted hazelnuts, crisp pearls, and palais filatine. All of the elements in here are suspended in a milk chocolate roasted mousse. We have spheres of vanilla chocolate crema. We have more of the milk chocolate mousse, and then we have a walnut and sesame Florentine. And then we repeat once again, all the layers again.
It's layers between layers between layers. This is going to be a Herculean task.
Then here we have some chocolate spheres, some Haar spheres, that are also filled with the white chocolate crème. And then we have a glaçage over the top, and we're finished off with the pink chocolate hearts.
Once I've read the recipe, the first thing I do is start on my roasted chocolate mousse. Put the chocolate ingredients into the tray and put it in the oven.
Bake for an hour.
This is one of the hardest recipes I've ever attempted. The recipe to me looks more like a thesis than a normal recipe. There's not much time to complete all the layers and get it into the blast chiller and set in time. This is going to be a mammoth task. I bring my own glaze or my custard to 80 degrees Celsius.
So that's going through the sieve?
Yeah. Take it off the heat, because if I take it over, it'll be scrambled eggs.
Wow. Look at that. That's delicious.
How many holes am I filling?
I think you're filling all of them. No, you
Molly, the stress. Frickin'.
No, you need to do 36 halves to create 18 full.
Calm down. Take a second.
This is one of the hardest recipes I've ever attempted. I'm stressing out. If I don't pace it up right now, it might be time to say goodbye.
Is that going in the fridge now?
Yeah.
I move on to my chocolate pain de gêne. I measure out my egg and my egg yolks, whisk them slightly together, and start spooning little amounts of egg mixture into the almond mixture.
Slowly, slowly, slowly.
I spread it out onto a tray, all to one width, and it's all coming together and looking really good.
Is that good?
That's good, Neha.
Beautiful.
Well done, sweetheart. Well done.
So you've just finished up the pain de gêne.
So put your timer on for 12 minutes.
Yeah. Get it into the oven.
Oh, it smells delicious, this mixture.
So the next thing I've got to get a hustle on with is the walnut and black sesame Florentine layer. It's quite important with this to roll it out really nice and thin between a couple of bits of baking paper.
You need 2 8-centimetre squares.
This is a really, really important element of the dessert. This Florentine has to be nice and crisp.
Enough, Vern. That's enough.
How long? 170 to 12 to 15 minutes until golden. So just watch it.
Come on, Vern, keep pushing, good. You're doing good.
This is all right down to the wire.
Come on, everyone, push.
I'm just grabbing bits of the cake, popping in the bottom. I'm going to pipe some chocolate in. This challenge is bigger than Ben-Hur. I've got these beautiful little balls that have come out of the freezer, so I'm getting them, shaping them, popping them in, dumping another layer on top, piping in chocolate. I've done the final layers in there. I've got to grab my little spatula, scrape it off around the side, make it all perfect, and then pop it into the blast chiller to really set.
You don't have long left. They sticking? Yeah.
Yeah, good.
You need to faster. A lot faster.
Am I behind in the others?
Yes, you are. Come on, push.
Go, go, go. Next.
Vern's already got his cake into the blast chiller, and I'm thinking, hurry up, Neha. I'm desperately trying to put all the layers to this dessert as quickly as possible. My mousse has turned out to be slightly runny, but I need to move along.
Ooh, it's too runny. I'm sure it's gonna set. Oh, it is like chocolate sauce.
I'm moving fast.
Quick.
It's furious. The clock is ticking. I'm reaching the final stages of assembly.
Done?
Yep.
Into the blast freezer?
Yep.
I get my cake into the blast chiller to set.
You're done, kiddo.
I'm praying to the blast chiller gods to blast chill it as quickly as possible.
Right, now here's the tricky bit.
Do you need a torch? Just go easy.
I try to unmold it. It's way too cold. Nothing is budging. I bring out the blowtorch and start heating the walls of the mold.
Stop. Gentle, gentle.
I'm absolutely petrified that I could destroy it.
Gentle. Gentle.
The mold decides to come free. And it's set! Thank God!
Oh my God, I have got to get the cake out of the mould. And then all of a sudden the mould just comes away. Ooh, ooh.
1 minute to go!
There's only 1 minute left. I get the glaze, start pouring it over, and it's working beautifully.
Now the glaze has got to go on.
Nolene, just pour.
I really feel the pressure.
Nolene, just pour the bowl on top.
This is do or die. It's pouring over really, really well.
Yes, yes, see, it's covering the sides.
30 seconds to go.
I don't know how I'm going to move this.
Oh my God. My hands are shaking. This is absolutely intense.
Amazing! You got 10 seconds left. 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it. Step away from your benches. Well done, guys.
Oh, looks really good. It's your mum's birthday today. She's no longer with us.
Yeah.
What do you think she'd say looking at that cake?
I think she'd just be ecstatic. She'd be so proud, and that really looks like something she would have liked. So yeah, I'm really happy today.
Beautiful. Should we taste?
Let's.
I just want to get closer and have a look at it.
Gee, I'm mightily impressed. It looks shiny, it's well glazed. I think it looks brilliant.
Let's have a look inside.
Thanks, guys.
I think you've done an exceptional job. I think it's fantastic. The layers are really thin. Your spheres are well positioned. The Banijay's great. Exceptional job.
Oh, thank you very much.
Looks amazing. So, Vern, do you want a slice?
Oh, I'd love to have another slice.
Overall, fantastic job. Just a couple of little things. A little bit too much mousse at the top, so those layers could have been a little bit more evenly distributed.
Yep.
And I'm not getting that full roasted milk chocolate flavour, but overall fantastic.
Thank you.
You know what's terrible about that extra mousse on the top? You get to eat it.
More of it.
You know, pastry has the habit of breaking hearts, but not yours, and not today. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
My apple pie. Why does it have to be sweet?
This doesn't look your regular apple pie.
Look at that green in there.
It just looks stunningly beautiful.
Do you want to come in a little bit closer and have a look?
It's never gonna be just apple pie from Kirsten.
So just on the top, we've got vanilla spheres with a transparent green glaze. We've got some chocolate stems, chocolate leaf. Wow. And this is actually a cinnamon crumble that's been sprayed with chocolate.
This is the most beautiful apple pie I have ever seen in my life. I want to see what is inside.
So we're just going to cut through the crumble here first. There we go.
Oh, there's stuff in there too. There's layers and layers.
Ooh.
Cutting into the pie, and I can already see from the construction that this is going to have layers of flavour.
Oh boy.
So we've got a cardamom and cinnamon shortbread on the base.
Oh, wow.
We've got a sautéed apple, which is covered in a green apple jelly. That's topped with a delicious layer of chewy caramel. And then we've got a nice soft vanilla cream on top. And then, of course, the crumble. There's a template that you're going to follow because obviously the crumble's made separately and then it's put on top as the last piece. So you have to ensure that your holes in your crumble match where the spheres are positioned.
Okay.
So precision is absolutely essential. If you get that wrong, you're not going to be able to fit your crumble on top.
At this point, I'm most worried about those beautiful green domes on top. The shine and the evenness is really freaking me out.
The large apple actually has inside the sautéed green apple and the green apple jelly.
Should we cut it up and let them have a taste?
Yes.
It's so crumbly.
It's delicate, isn't it?
It's very delicate.
Each layer, it's packed with flavour. I'm pulling it apart to test every single element on its own.
So what do you think?
Really so fresh, those apples. They're just amazing. Such a delicate and beautiful dessert.
It's got that familiar flavour of the apple pie, but ramped
Take it
up.
to a new level. Beautiful. Love it.
This is definitely the best apple pie I've ever tasted in my life. Like, there is nothing like it ever. There are so many pressure points. I think it's gonna be pretty complicated today.
It's hard to get stuck into it. That a girl.
The recipe said the first thing to start on is the shortbread.
I'm making the shortbread. I'm trying to be fast. It's a lot of stuff to follow, so I have to move quick.
It's not like my normal shortbread. We have to put vanilla pods, cinnamon, cardamom, almond meal, and almond flour. It's just so many ingredients.
Tati, you all right?
Excited? I'm excited.
You're worried about Tati. She's looking way too serious. There's a lot at stake.
I'm not a sweet person, as you know, so I'm always like,
No, don't be. We're thinking positive here. We're thinking positive.
And we think you're a very sweet person.
I combine the dry ingredients into the batter mixture to make the dough, but I don't let it work for too long because I don't want it to be too hard.
Careful with that flour, Nushi.
You're going fast. I like your pace.
Everything is in there.
Turn it down. Turn it down.
It's like turbocharged. This one was for you.
My bench might be covered in flour and I might be really covered in flour, but in my head I know where I am at this point in time in my cooking.
Come on, Anushka, keep going, you amazing woman.
The shortbread, that's the most important element of the whole dish, and I'm feeling good.
Working nice and quick there, Nush.
My dough's looking good, and the recipe says I need to roll it out to 1 centimetre thick.
Oh, 10.
I'm trying to move so fast because there's no time to take it easy. The main pressure point with this shortbread is to get it the right thickness. If it's too thick, I won't be able to fit the rest of the layers of the apple pie in.
Come on, rest of that pastry.
Once it's rolled out, I get it wrapped up in cling wrap, get it in the fridge to rest.
Oh, it's so soft.
Just so you know, you three, you're 30 minutes down, 3 hours to go. Let's go.
Come on. Pick up the pace, come on.
As quick as you can, guys.
I got my shortbread done, so I feel really good. I'm gonna move cutting the apple.
Kirsten Tibballs' apple pie has so many layers. The most important part is the sauté apple.
Quicker, quicker, quicker. It's a lot of apples.
To make the layer of apples, I have to cut them into a small 3mm square.
Pretty small.
So it's a lot of work.
Make sure you measure the size of those apples.
We'll measure one by one, Derek.
will you help me?
Yeah, I'm coming down.
I've got my apples, my butter and my sugar on the stove. Next, it's my green apple jelly.
That's it, Nushi. Keep going, love. You're doing very well. You're ahead at the moment.
The layer of apple jelly goes on top of the sorted apples and also inside one of the domes.
Combine caster sugar and 65 grams of apple puree.
I need to get 65 grams of apple puree, mix it with sugar and gelatin, bring it to the temperature that sugar dissolves, and only then add the rest of the apple puree.
Good on you, Anushka. Well done.
It's time to get back onto the shortbread. It's been resting, but now it's time to roll it out.
How thin does that need to be, Tim?
3 mil. The tart shell is the base of the pie, like Kirsten's. It's got to be perfectly even.
Love it. Precision.
I cut a 24 centimetre square piece of the pastry and I roll that over the tart frame.
It's good, Tim.
It looks
Looking good, Tim.
My pastry's just in the blast chiller just to chill for a sec, and then I'm going to blind bake it and get that in the oven.
This recipe is a marathon. 90 minutes down, 2 hours to go.
170 for 8 minutes.
Well done, Anushka. Keep going, guys. Doing really well.
Time to start filling up the base.
Transfer caramel onto a tray. Put 120% into tart shell and spread evenly.
The first layer in the pie is the beautiful sautéed apple.
How about them apples?
On top of that goes the green apple jelly.
Then apple jelly.
I put the dome mould into the pie shell so I know exactly where the dome will sit and I work my layers around that. Next I get the caramel layer and once it's nice and thick, vanilla cream on top.
Come on, Tim. You've still got to do your domes and your crumble.
Once I've completed all the layers in my pie, it goes into the fridge to rest.
Come on, Tim.
Okay. Now,
I'm looking at my recipe and next thing I see that I need to move to my crumble. Kirsten's crumble had a really nice texture. It was quite toasty, dark in the color but not burnt. To recreate the crumble, I need to soften the butter, add the sugar, almond meal, hazelnut meal. I bring everything into the mixer. It needs to have that fluffy, light texture, but also enough structure that it holds. So I'm trying to be very gentle with my fingers as I'm pushing and pressing into the mold.
It looks good, her tart shell.
Yeah.
Perfect. Tati's been working really hard and has almost caught up with the others. Tim is working on the domes, but Anushka is working on the crumble. And I don't know if she's meant to be working on the crumble or the dome first. I hope she's reading her recipe right because someone is reading the recipe wrong.
Fill 2 30ml dome molds to top.
Come on, guys. The clock's ticking.
Time is going so fast. The spheres scare me the most. To get them set in the moulds and on the plate, that's my biggest pressure point.
Fill 2 of the dome moulds to the top with sautéed apples and spoon the green jelly over. Oh, you freaking idiot.
I'm feeling really flustered and confused. I don't know which dome goes with which.
I didn't read the recipe right. I was supposed to fill these up with the apple and then put the jelly on top, but I've just filled them with jelly, so we'll start again.
Go on, Timmy, read that recipe, mate. Let's make it perfect.
There's 3 different size vanilla cream domes. There's a big one, which has a apple jelly dome inside of that one. And then there's a medium dome, and then there's a small dome.
Come on.
Measure everything.
Push it harder, come on.
Once my apple jellies are set, I pop them out of the moulds and put one of them into the big dome of the vanilla cream, and that'll form the sphere that has the apple jelly on the inside. Get it in the blast chiller and move on to the crumble.
chocolate leaf, chocolate stem, chocolate spray.
I still need to have my stem done.
Nice and delicate.
I need to do my little leaf.
Beautiful, Tim.
I need to do my tempered chocolate.
You know how to spray, you've done it before.
I need to have my spray chocolate.
Oh my God, what am I doing?
Priorities, Tim.
Come on, mate. You gotta get that airbrush on.
I'm realising that I'm spending a lot of time on these little fiddly garnishes when I still haven't even sprayed the top for my crumble. For the chocolate spray, it's just cocoa butter, chocolate, and some red food colouring combined in the microwave till melted. That goes into the spray gun, ready to go.
Good stuff, Timmy. Come on, mate. Come on, buddy.
I run to the spray booth with my spray gun and my crumble top.
Come on, Tim, get that done. Get it
done.
sprayed.
And get that sprayed with the chocolate spray as quickly as I can.
Yes,
Beautiful, Tim.
Hopefully it's that nice consistency that I need.
That's it. That's it.
Dip, dip.
That's it. You're done.
Come on, Tati. Yeah, look at that.
It's actually glazed very nicely, so I'm quite happy with that.
Come on, everybody. 8 minutes to go. So close, guys. Come on.
Tati, you can do
8 minutes to go.
Come on.
This is the moment of truth. The whole 3.5 hours comes to this point. That crumb has to go perfectly on top of the apple domes. If it's not, it can be the last time I cook in this kitchen. I take my crumb and just gently easing that in on top of the domes.
Oh, Anushka!
And it just fits perfectly fine.
Make sure it's in the right spot.
It's super important that I get my domes in the right spot. Even just a centimetre off, I won't be able to fit my crumble layer on.
Yeah, you got this. You got this.
Low and slow.
Come on, guys, almost there.
Bring it home, guys. Come on.
Come on, guys. Don't let me down. 2 minutes to go.
These last minutes so frantic in the kitchen.
Hurry up, Tati. Get the crumble on.
Come on, Tati.
I'm really nervous. I'm shaking,
Just be very, very gentle.
but it fits perfectly. I'm so happy.
Great job, Tati.
Final touches, guys. Come on, let's go. 30 seconds!
Come on. Tati, get it on the plate, Tati.
Come on, guys, you're almost there. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Your time's up.
Walking my dish into the judges, I'm proud of what I've been able to achieve today with this dish. But I'm starting to question, have I done enough? It looks okay, but it doesn't look the best. I'm relying on my flavours to get me through.
Oh, wow. That is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does look good.
Oh, yeah. There's a resilience in the custard, great salt hit in the caramel, and that topping is delicious.
And it's not too hard because it's not overcooked.
Exactly.
And actually, because he's been quite heavy-handed on spraying that chocolate spray on that crumble top, it's really quite delicious.
It may not look like yours, but gee, it tastes like yours.
Flavour of that is brilliant. And the combination of the textures when you have them together in the mouth is absolutely divine.
And it's a real pleasure to eat. That pastry is so good.
I'm actually going to finish that bit and making no apologies about it too.
Well, OK, Gaz, I'll finish that bit then.
Is that seriously all edible? What the hell?
Seriously?
Looking at this table, there's a rose, there's a glass with brandy, and then there's some fruits, and then I'm thinking, oh my God, is that all edible?
How beautiful is this? Put a frame around it. It could be hanging up in an art gallery in Europe. But what you should be concentrating on and fixated on are those three fruits. Kirsten's trio of fruits. Dana, what do you think?
They look real.
Are you sure they're not real?
Ben, do they look real to you from there?
I'm looking for the chocolate.
It's there.
I'm shaking in my boots. I can't believe it. Like, I legit thought that these were pieces of fruit.
Do you want to have a closer look?
Wow.
The textures are unbelievable. Even up close, there's small little indentations on this mandarin.
Do they still look real this close?
Yeah, they do.
Incredible,
They do.
don't they? I mean, the detail is there. I mean, it's as pretty as a picture.
This is insane. I'm absolutely terrified.
So I've done a selection of 3 fruits, and obviously those are flavoured as they look with pear, apple and mandarin. The mandarin is glazed with a pectin-based glaze, and when you actually spray it with a spray gun and compressor, it gives you that textured effect of the mandarin. The apple is dipped in chocolate, and then it's finished with colour and oil. The stem itself is actually created with 100% couverture chocolate. The pear is also chocolate, but I've infused vanilla seed throughout the chocolate to give a real finish to the pear skin. And we've also finished that with colour and oil to give it that rose sort of blush that the pears have.
Right, do you want to have a look inside?
Yes, please.
Let's start with the mandarin.
So we have a hazelnut dacquoise base with roasted hazelnuts. Then that's topped with a mandarin jelly. We have a mandarin creme here in the centre, and that's dipped in a couverture chocolate that's tempered. That's surrounded by vanilla mousse, and it's then all obviously encased in the glaze.
Guys, taste.
The most difficult part is probably encasing the mandarin creme in the chocolate and having your chocolate tempered.
It's actually really intense, the flavour of mandarin. Replicating the fruits to look the same is one thing, but the more important thing is remembering the textures, the flavours, because ultimately it comes down to taste.
Right, the pear. Oh my goodness, Kirsten, what is going on in there?
We have hazelnut dacquoise, a milk chocolate ganache. Then we're surrounded with a vanilla mousse, and inside we have honey sautéed pears.
I absolutely love the pear. When I tasted it, there was just so much pear in it. You almost feel like you're eating a fruit.
Can I just say that that's the easiest of the 3?
The pear.
Yeah.
Right, and finally the apple. Let's have a look. Eek!
This one might be a little bit more challenging. We have the hazelnut dacquoise base, then that's topped with a layer of salted caramel. Then we have a sugar-crusted liqueur. The liqueur has a thin sugar crust with total liquid inside. That's created in a mould that you're actually going to create yourself out of starch. That's then enrobed in tempered couverture chocolate, and then it's surrounded by vanilla mousse that has sautéed apple folded through it.
I'm just going to put it out there because I've attempted baking in starch moulds. It's diabolical. Degree of difficulty, 10.
It's difficult because it takes so long to actually create a sugar crust. We can't tell if it's worked or not until you actually take it out.
I'm kind of really scared at the moment. The sugar-crusted liquor is going to be exceptionally hard to make. I don't know if it's even achievable, but I have to give it a crack. The first thing I have to do is the vanilla mousse. It's really important because it's going into all 3 of the fruits. It was light, it was airy, and I could definitely taste the vanilla. So I have to get the texture and the flavour right. To start making the vanilla mousse, I heat up some cream, vanilla beans, and cinnamon into a saucepan.
Yeah, nice work, Daisy.
Once that comes up to boil, I turn the heat off, put a piece of baking paper over the top, and let that infuse for about 30 minutes.
So now it's time to move on to that Calvados sugar-crusted liquor. This is probably one of the scariest processes in the whole cook.
You got this, Dad.
The first thing you need to do is make a mould out of starch. That Calvados liquid will go into those moulds. From there, it should create its own sugar crust coating and also contain the liquid inside.
Watch those corners, Diz. That's it. Good work. I've packed this starch in the box. Now it's time for me to create a hole to put my liquor in. I get a couple that are holding its shape, so move on to making the liquor that goes into the molds. This Calvados sugar-crusted liquor is the centerpiece of the apple. When you cut into it, you see this liquid center that starts oozing out of it. It's just theatrical. So it's really important that I get this right.
Go, Daisy. Woo!
Now the sugar syrup has come up to temperature, I'm going to pour it into a bowl along with my Calvados. Let that infuse for a bit and then pour it back into a saucepan. I got to repeat this process without agitating the sugar too much, otherwise it's going to crystallize. It's really hard to gauge if the sugar has fully dissolved. I've never done this process before, so I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly. The most frustrating thing is I don't even know if it's going to work until I check it in an hour and a half.
Well done, honey.
Come on, guys. Keep going. Come on, Daisy, you're a machine.
You know what? She's so in the zone.
I feel like a clown juggling a ball. There's so many different elements I'm trying to work on, things like either cooling down or heating up. It's so overwhelming.
I am enjoying myself, but I know I still have a lot to do, so just staying focused, that's all.
I'm 3 points ahead of Ben. But 3 points is nothing in the grand scheme of things. The only way I think I could win that trophy is if I stay focused and in the game all the time.
Well done, Daisy.
So for the apple, I've just done my apple caramel, sauteed apples. Got the sugar-crusted liqueur still going.
Pretty much everything for the apple is prepped and finished. Now I need to move on to the elements in the mandarin. So in the mandarin, there is a mandarin jelly, and then on top of that is a mandarin cream that's dipped in chocolate.
I have to squeeze juice.
The mandarin cream is really important. It actually has a very strong mandarin flavor, and it also has to be set in order for it to be coated in chocolate after. So I gotta make sure I get this process done ASAP. The first thing I need to do for my mandarin cream is juice some mandarins.
I've nearly got enough.
I figured by the time I use the machine, I have to peel the mandarin and put it in. It's probably quicker if I just did it by hand.
Very good, very good.
Well done, Daisy.
The timers go off, and I finally get to check on my sugar-crusted liquor that's been sitting there for 90 minutes.
Break it open, let's have a look. It should be completely liquid with a really thin sugar crust around the outside.
This element is really important in the apple. I'm just hoping that when I cut through the middle, it's liquid.
Just slice through it, you'll see instantly.
The moment of truth. It's not liquid. It looks like jelly.
Okay, so it's fully crystallised.
Yeah.
It means that somewhere during the process you have either over-agitated it or you got undissolved sugar crystals on the bottom of the pan.
I feel completely deflated. I've just wasted an hour and a half to create this. Yeah, it's beyond repair. I can't use this.
At this point in the cook, I feel like it's been a turning point.
Looking good, Ben.
I found an extra gear. I am moving like I've never moved before.
Good speed, Benny, good speed. Keep it up.
Yeah, I'm in a pretty good place at the moment. I'm back on track, which is awesome, but I can't rest on that. I've got to keep moving.
I have completed all the elements for this trio of fruits. It means I can move on to assembly, and after everything I've been through at the start, to start assembling, it feels so surreal. I might actually get this up today.
You got this, Ben?
So nearly there.
I'm gonna start with the apple. So I take some of the vanilla mousse and I pop it into some molds. Now, because I don't have that Calvados sugar liquor, I'm gonna add a little bit more of the sauteed apples inside.
Looks beautiful, Ben.
I grab my hazelnut dacqua, I pipe around some of the caramel on top, and I place that upside down into the bottom of the mould. Grab a palette knife and smooth it over.
I think this is 2 apples done.
That's fantastic. Look at that.
It's time to get on to the mandarin. I pull the mandarin creams out of the blast chiller, I place a toothpick in it, and I dip it in the chocolate. The chocolate has to be thin enough that when you bite through it, it's not tough.
They look beautiful, Benny.
While it's cooling down, I can start assembling the mandarin.
Yes!
The finish line is in sight. It's time to unmold these fruits. I'm so scared.
Gently, gently.
It's coming out of a very small hole.
Easy.
So I'm pushing with all my might, and one just pops. And it looks beautiful. It's time to dunk it into that tempered chocolate. I cannot believe it. Honestly, coming into the competition, I didn't even dare to dream of ever ending up in a grand final, let alone getting these fruits out.
What do you think, Pina?
That's cool? Amazing.
I feel absolutely amazing at the moment, but I'm not gonna look at my handiwork. It's time to get started on the pear.
Come on, Ben, you got this.
Come on, Ben.
Careful, 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 careful.
I got my pear on the toothpicks and I place it into the tempered chocolate. I go to pull it out.
No.
Okay, it's okay.
Slides off.
You're right, Ben. You're right, Ben. You're right.
As carefully as I can, I get it back out of the canister.
Well done, hon, well done.
I'm really happy with the way the pear looks, but I'm a little bit worried because now this pear has been coated twice. And that means that the layer on the outside is going to be thicker.
Come on, Daisy!
Get it in, come on! Keep going!
That's all my fruits into the molds, into a blast chiller. Now I have to move on to the stems and the chocolate coating. I feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Come on, Dame! Do it!
But I know I need to spend enough time to decorate these fruits properly.
Going well, you're nearly there. You're right, you're good. Come on.
Everything has led to this moment. All these weeks of cooking, working hard, and pushing myself has just all come down to now.
Get it out, Daisy, come on! Gently.
Come on, Daisy.
I need to show the judges that I can do this. I want to be on that trophy and I want to win today.
That looks beautiful, hon. Now, next one.
I know you two have got enough to think about, but I want to put an image back in your head. That trophy above your head, it'd feel good, wouldn't it? 15 minutes to go.
My mandarins, they're looking beautiful. Place them in the spray booth and it's time to hit them with the glaze.
Looks amazing!
The coat, it's looking awesome. The indentations are coming through.
Wow, that's beautiful, Ben.
I don't want to apply too much glaze that it becomes gluggy, but it's looking really good.
Good job, Ben.
Time to start painting this apple. I'm a little bit arty. I wouldn't call myself a painter, but I don't mind drawing here and there and doing a bit of colouring in, so it's essentially the same thing, right?
Come on, Ben. Bring it home. Come on, Ben.
You got this, Dad.
This is a sprint to the line. 3 minutes to go.
The gantries just completely lost it. They're going absolutely nuts up there. This is my last cook in the MasterChef kitchen and I am on such a high. And I cannot believe it. I've just done Kirsten Tibballs' trio of fruits.
Wow, Ben. Look at your dad. He's incredible.
So amazing.
I'm looking at it and I am just beside myself.
Final touches! 1 minute to go!
I'm being super careful not to drop any of these fruits. And then the stem on the pear breaks. I'm thinking, oh my God, could this get any worse?
30 seconds!
I honestly don't know if I've done enough to win today. I was trailing going into this third round. There were times where I was completely down and out. But what I can say is I went for it.
Guys, how good does that look?
The depth of colour in the mandarin, the shading on the pear, I mean, it's unbelievable.
It looks real.
I think the end result is phenomenal. When you set a recipe, you want someone to be able to achieve it and be happy and proud of their result.
Yeah.
And I think that that is exactly the result I wanted.
I reckon there's a point for realism there for sure.
Shall we?
Let's.
Oh, look at that.
That's amazing.
That's really good. So the chocolate isn't as thick as Diana's, is it?
No.
So again, the only thing he's missing, a bit like Diana, was that liquid centone.
Yeah, just a sugar-crusted liqueur.
It's a bit thicker, isn't it? It's a bit
Yeah.
All right, let's taste.
Oh, that's thick, isn't it?
How good's that mandarin?
The mandarin is outstanding.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. That, to me, is everything you want. There's a brightness of flavour, there's a lightness of the mousse.
And that snap of the thin layer of chocolate.
The snap of the thin layer
makes
of
a big
chocolate. I mean,
difference.
he's definitely aced that.
And his stems were incredible. I mean, the way he shaped them were pretty much like yours.
You did them perfectly.
I think the other thing is that when you cut open Ben's fruit, you got a real sense of distinct layers of flavours, and I think that's really impressive. And I think Ben's stands up as being stronger in that area
Very
as well.
symmetrical.
Yeah.